Scenario, it's 24 hours until SHTF hits. WROL, big event, collapse, calamity, end of the world as you know it, whatever. Most places are picked clean. The common places. Everybody knows it's coming. Not everybody's paying attention, but a lot of people have picked the most common places clean. So where do you go? Where do you get those last minute supplies? Top off your preps. Hey everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. So this is what we're talking about today. Those out of the ordinary places, off the beaten path. The places that not everybody's going to think about going to get some supplies, some food, whatever it may be. Talking about an event, like a storm's coming, whatever is happening, and the general public, pretty much everybody's heard about it, so everybody's already gone to Walmart and wiped them clean. Everybody's already gone to Cabela's, Bass Pro, Big Five, Safeway, Albertsons, Kroger, all the grocery stores and all the normal places are picked clean. Pretty much picked clean. So, and that's where everybody's going. So instead of trying to fight through all those people, get in some bad situations, potentially bad situations, put yourself at risk for people freaking out, trying to get these supplies, what's a better idea? What's a better plan of action? Better plan of action is go to places that most people don't think about. Places that may have preps, may not be optimal, but there are places that might actually have some stuff left, and you might not actually have to fight people to get them. What are some of these places? Number one thing that popped into my mind was pet stores. Or actually, I'm sorry, pet stores are one of them, yes. There's a lot of different things that pet stores have. Sometimes they have antibiotics. Sometimes they have blankets, kennels or animal shelters, fencing for your animals that you're raising, food for your animals. So actually, that leads into my actual number one thing that popped in my mind was feed stores. Like animal, big pet stores, or, like farm supply stores, Tractor Supply, places like that. Places that will have animal antibiotics. They will have lots of feed. They will have workwear, like boots, good quality work pants, jackets, clothing. They have a plethora of different things depending on where you go. Sometimes they'll have foodstuffs, they'll have tools, they'll have chainsaws, they'll have things like that, gardening implements. A lot of them have seeds and stuff for your garden. They'll have all the stuff, fencing and feed and water things for raising animals. All the supplies needed for raising animals, because it's a farm supply store. Those kind of places are, some people are aware of them. But who's aware of them? Farmers, people that are actually growing, producing their own stuff, preppers. So it's a smaller percentage of the population that is aware of places like that. It's more of a niche. So they may not be as picked clean, because also the people that tend to go to places like that and frequent places like that and that are aware of stores like that are more prepared in general. So they have less of a need of going there and getting last minute supplies. So you may find things more available there. Also, people that frequent those kind of places live rural, which means they may live further away, which means it may take them a while to get there. If you have enough of a heads up, you may get there first. Also, people that frequent places like that also aren't going to go in there freaking out. They're more than likely they might be a little more level-headed. So you might actually get into good conversations with people. Oh man, this is going to crap. This is crazy. Yeah, I'm just going to go back to my farm or my homestead and just hunker down and call it good. And you're like, yeah, wow, I'm going to do the same thing. where are you at? Do you have a CB handle? Do you have a ham radio handle? Because, we may end up having to barter with each other. You may actually get into a good conversation. That's why I like going to places like that anyway, and striking up conversations with people. I find some awesome people in places like that. So enough about that. That's a really good source. So what's another one? Another one is thrift stores. Because everybody's going to be going to, people are still going to go to thrift stores. But it's off the beaten path. It's not as regular as some of the other places. So thrift stores. We all know about thrift store prepping. Well, hopefully you do if you've watched my videos for any length of time. I've scored at thrift stores. I've purchased $200 plus, maybe even $300 plus tactical backpacks at thrift stores for $10 or under. Seriously, almost in really good condition. I'm not saying brand new, but in really good condition. Like years and years and years and years of use left still in them. Just a sec. And I found lots of good clothing, tactical clothing, all kinds of stuff. Good workwear clothing, blankets, tents, sleeping bags, tarps, all kinds of stuff at thrift stores. I love thrift stores, so it's another good source. Like I said, you may not have people freaking out as much that may be there. Maybe you would, but it's an option. It's something to think about. What's another really good one? One of my favorite places to frequent on a regular basis anyway, and that is restaurant supply stores. Restaurant supply stores because, restaurants know about them, preppers know about them, and, sometimes regular people know about them also, but a lot less people know about them than like Walmart or Safeway, Albertsons, Kroger, those kind of places. Grocery stores. And you get good quantities of things. That's where I get my 50-pound bags of beans, my 50-pound bags of rice, my 35-pound pails of peanut butter. Score, yes. And they have like, what was it? I think they have 50-pound sacks of potatoes. It's crazy there. I love restaurant supply stores. They're awesome. They're one of my favorite prepping places. So that's a place to think about. Keep that in mind. If you have any restaurant supply stores in your area, check them out now. Be going there right now for your day-to-day preps and or groceries. You can save some money. Maybe not everything's the best deal there, but if you normally shop for your family, you get a gist of what is a good deal, what isn't. I know that you can get like big slabs of meat there that you can cut into your own steaks for half the price of buying the already pre-cut steaks at the grocery store. Restaurant supply stores. Use those on a day-to-day basis, man. Those are awesome. Seriously, great source for preps for your food storage. Number 10 cans of, the big cans of corned beef hash, of beans, of chili, of fruits and vegetables and all those things. It's awesome. Just take my word for it. If you haven't been there, find one in your local area. Go to it. Yes. So what are some other sources? Those are pretty much the things that pop into my mind. Let me kind of expound upon that, and while I'm thinking also, if you have access, if you're retired military, DOD worker, whatever, if you have access to a military installation, try checking out the commissary and the exchange. Because those people may not be freaking out as quickly or as much because they feel secure living on base and being in the military as maybe the general population would be. So if you can get on base, check out the commissary or the exchange. Great sources. Another thing is, like I said, people will be heading to grocery stores first. So check out convenience stores like gas stations that also sell things. You're going to pay a little bit more than you would at the grocery store, but it's a source of preps that maybe people haven't gotten to yet. All these places people are going to eventually get to, obviously. But also hardware stores and lumber yards. those are also, because the kind of people that go to places like that are a little more self-reliant, because, hey, they do stuff for themselves, right? They work on their own things, they build their own things, stuff like that. You might score, and you might have to deal a lot less with the crowds, with the aggressive people trying to get their food to feed their families, stuff like that. Great source for lumber, for anything building. Just get a bunch of extra supplies. I mean, nails, screws, tools, hammers, all the kinds of tools, lumber, fencing, paints, chainsaws, fuel for your chainsaws, all the different stuff to work on your garden, to work on your home, to build new structures, to build fences, to increase and improve the security of your area where you are. Plethora of stuff. You guys know, I mean, there's padlocks, there's bolt cutters. Hardware stores have almost everything. I mean, I love hardware stores. Fond memories. I love the smell of a hardware store, of a lumber yard, because up here reminds me of my grandfather, who passed away a couple years ago. He was a World War II Marine. God bless him, the greatest generation ever. Love that generation. They were amazing people. I miss them a lot, but that's a fond memory. I love that smell. I think it's the fresh cut lumber that is the predominant smell in there. But there are so many things you can get at a lumber yard, a hardware store, feed stores, all these kind of things. And people may not, like I said, be going to those initially. So utilize these as sources. Also, please put a comment in the comment section of other ideas that you have of places that I might not have thought about, that people might not frequent. Medical supply stores might be another one. So check those out. But if you have any ideas, please make a comment. Help others let's spread this, let's grow this, so we get more and more ideas out there for people. I want to empower you guys, and you guys can help the situation. You guys can help doing it. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Help me with the algorithm. Comment, hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell, share the videos, do all the things, please. And if you want to, check us out on Patreon. If you want to support the channel, also linked in the description to our Amazon storefront. If you order stuff on Amazon, I'd really appreciate you guys going through the store. You don't have to order what I have in the store. Just follow the link and order what you normally do. But there is a lot of good stuff in the storefront that is advantageous to preparedness. Helps me. I get 4% instead of Amazon pocketing the 4%. I know Amazon's the big bad guy. I get it. But we got to work with what we got to work with here. And the fact is, a lot of people still order stuff on Amazon. So I love you guys. Prep a little every day. And think about these things. Always be thinking outside the box. Don't think mainstream. Think outside the box. Think of other sources for things, better sources for things, all this stuff. This is the most powerful tool you have in preparedness. So use it. I love you guys. And remember, prepping is living insurance. I love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.